Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm your host, Preston M. Smith. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm Preston M. Smith, at PMS Artwork everywhere on internet land and socials. I want to thank you for landing on this podcast. Whether you're a professional artist, just getting started in the art world, a collector of art, or just consider yourself a creative person, this podcast has something for you. I like to think of it as a fun way to rant and talk to other creative people about living the life of an artist, surviving and getting ahead in the art world, and enjoying your life. But most importantly, not waiting until you're dead to make it happen. All right, let's get started.
$70,000 people are here, and Bob Dylan is the reason for it.
Inspired by the true story.
For anyone who's gonna hold your attention on a stage, you have to kind of be a freak.
Are you a freak?
Hope so.
And starring Timothée Chalamet as Bob Dylan. He defied everyone.
Turn it down!
Play loud!
To change everything.
Make some noise, BD.
Timothée Chalamet, Edward Norton, Elle Fanning, Monica Barbaro. A complete unknown. Only in theaters Christmas Day. Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without parent.
Screwball peanut butter whiskey? Why the hell not? A little salty, a little sweet, a little savory, and always smooth. Screwball, the original peanut butter whiskey that's unexpectedly delicious. Visit screwballwhiskey.com to learn more. That's Screwball with a K. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023 Screwball Spirits, LLC, New York, New York.
All right. Come on in. Grab a chair. Don't you fret. Don't you worry. We're going to get through this in a hurry. That's right, kids. That's right, gents. Here we go, and now I'm spent. Well, I'm here to tell. Even though I'm not feeling well. Won't you come around? Grab any chair, sit on down. Can you tell? Yeah, when I feel well. Yep, well that's it. Cut it.
All right, everybody, so... Oh, he's still going. 1 second.
All right.
I guess we're just going to let him finish.
What is it, you? Bring it on down. From me to you.
All right. Now that he's finished, now that I'm finished, now that we're finished, it's time to start the meat of the podcast. That was the appetizer of the podcast. Here's the meat of the podcast. Or maybe that was the meat and this is the appetizer. You choose. What in the hell was that at the beginning? Honestly, I don't know, because I literally just improvised all of that, the melody, all the shit, all everything that the guy was saying. I literally just improvised all that because you know what? Yeah, it's been like in the song, still struggling here. And I just felt like manufacturing some energy. And that's what we're going to talk about. That literally pulled me out of this kind of depressive funk that I'm in from dealing with all this crap I'm going through. And it got me the energy to get going with the podcast today. So you know what? It worked. And I think we can use that as a catalyst to really spark some ideas on this podcast as well. Because I've talked about this before, sometimes being an artist, sometimes creating in general, doing your job. It takes some time. It takes some energy. It takes some patience. It takes some fortitude. It takes some mental toughness. And you don't always feel like creating. And you don't always feel very good. And sometimes we all go through some downtimes. Maybe we're going to deal with, like I have, some illness, some real health scares. And what do you do then? Well, you know what? You got to take care of yourself, of course, but you keep going, you keep moving, you keep creating. And that's what, if nothing else, that wacky little intro proves, is that not only can you create something that, has a little bit of a catchiness to it, a little catchy tune, but actually it can get your spirits up. It can get your creative energy flowing. It can get your juices flowing. Not unlike something like Qigong, where you would create energy. You start off the practice maybe with some movement just to get the body going. And maybe you want to create some energy in your hands. You create that energy ball in your hands, or you rub your hands together to get some energy going. And then you focus that in on parts of your body. It's not unlike that really with the creative process. Sometimes you might be in a funk. Sometimes you might be like, you know what? I can't create right now. I'm going through a severe illness, or I'm just depressed, or I'm lethargic. I am in a mental creative block. And you know what I say to that? I say, from decades of experience, that you can always find the energy to create. Sometimes you just have to manufacture it from yourself. We are a never-ending well of energy and creativity. And all you have to do is learn to tap into that. Sometimes it's like we said before. Sometimes it just is easy as getting in the studio and, having a blank canvas and just starting some movement, starting the brush on the canvas. We've talked about that, just playing with colors. And pretty soon, all of a sudden your body's like, oh yeah, I remember this. I'm into this. I can, put this comfortable shoe on and start creating. Sometimes that's a little window into it. Sometimes it's just you getting out there, getting in the studio, moving, doing some breathing, get some energy going, put on some music, get dancing, get your body moving. And all of a sudden, there's some life going here. And now I feel like I could really do it. And that's what we're trying to do here, is we're just trying to find ways to tap into our own, creative well, even when we don't feel so well. Haha, no pun intended. For me, I know so many times, including what I'm going through right now, art and creativity has really saved my life. That is not hyperbole. That is not exaggeration. That is the truth. It has gotten me through some of my darkest times, some of my worst feeling times, some of my depressive times, you name it. And creativity has gotten me through it. And sometimes you don't feel like it, And today I was literally sitting here like going, oh man, and I had a horrible weekend. I was like fighting for my breath again at night. I was, really struggling to, just to survive basically. And I was sitting here at the desk just going, oh man, I'm just that's basically what it felt like. I was sitting here like, I don't feel like creating. I just don't feel like doing anything right now. And so you know what I did? I got a little bit of a tune on and I just went with it. And I got into character, and pretty soon I'm singing, I'm whooping up, I'm making sound effects. It's fun. It's cathartic. I got the energy going. And you know what? Now I feel pretty damn good. It's just funny how you can feel so bad. Even if you're going through something, you can feel so bad. And then you can just manufacture this energy out of nowhere. And all of a sudden it's real. It's legitimate. It's in your body. All of a sudden you're feeling pretty good. You're feeling a little bit better. You still got the stuff going on, but you can get the job done. And that's really what we're trying to do sometimes in our worst times. And this is called The Living Artist. We're talking about it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. And sometimes you have to go through both of those. When you're feeling great, that's great. Energy's easy. Energy is a very ubiquitous commodity when you're feeling like that. It's just like, it comes easy. You get in there, you do it. What about in the worst of times? What do we do? And that's what I'm here to give you as little tips and tricks. Yes, sometimes it's just putting some music on and getting a wacky voice going and singing some tunes and just getting up and moving. I don't know how many times I've got up in my chair or got up from my chair and just started doing like a dumb dance. All of a sudden I'm laughing. All of a sudden I got some energy going. All of a sudden I'm like, yeah, I'm back into it. I'm tapped in. Now I can create something. And like I said, getting in the studio, it's not that different. Just get in there, get surrounded with your art, get inspired by your own art. Maybe that alone will get you into the creative process. But if it doesn't, you can flip on a movie. You can put on some music. You can get yourself moving. You can call a creative friend who always gets your juices flowing. But sometimes, in our darkest of times, we are going to be alone, and we're going to be sitting in a room alone. And if you can master that state, if you can master the darkness and the angst of not feeling well, not doing well, not being in a good mental state, being in a place by yourself in a room and, stuck with
This episode is brought to you by Amazon Prime. There's nothing sweeter than baking cookies during the holidays. With Prime, I get all my ingredients delivered right to my door, fast and free, no last-minute store trips needed. And of course, I blast my favorite holiday playlist on Amazon Music. It's the ultimate soundtrack for creating unforgettable memories. From streaming to shopping, it's on Prime. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to get more out of whatever you're into.
Your own thoughts, which aren't always, pretty. They can be pretty bleak. And if you can find ways to tap into that energy source and turn that around, then you truly are the master of your own domain. You really are, and you can truly do anything at that point. If you can find ways to hack in and out of that, and it's not something that's fake. I'm not telling you to do something fake. Oh, just put on a smile and, think good thoughts and do affirmations in the mirror. Pretty soon you'll be feeling great. I mean, that does work sometimes for people. But I'm saying as a creator, as somebody who's always wanted to be honest with my work and with my feelings and what I'm going through, no, I want to create an energy that is genuine, something that's like a little spark that turns into a fire, that turns into a flame, that turns into a bonfire. And all of a sudden, I'm feeling that legitimate creativity that can go somewhere. It's not just surface level. It can be deep. It can be, emotional. It can be just fun and manic and energetic. All those things are valid forms of creativity. And that's what we're trying to do. So if you can really learn how to master yourself and master your thoughts and master your energy source when you're in your darkest times and when you're in your, most malaise or when you're in your just, most depressing times, if you can do that, then we can truly do anything. So I challenge you to adopt this in your own life. And in a moment of block or internal struggle or depression or malaise or, health issues, illness, I challenge you to find that inner creative source within you and tap into that. Find however that looks for you, whatever form that takes. It might not be the same form that it takes for me, but find these little tricks because that's something that will be an invaluable tool and technique for you moving forward in life because we're always going to be going through these things. And it's like a true life hack that makes you almost bulletproof in life. If you can truly master this, then nothing can keep you down for very long. So I won't belabor this anymore. I just wanted to share something that was on my mind, something that was literally going on in real time, IRL, everybody, right now, and show you how it works for me and how a podcast came out of it. And, a painting will come out of it, and paintings have come out of it. So use this in your own lives. I think you'll be all the better for it. Thanks for listening, everybody. It has been a pleasure, as always, to bring you a new episode of the Living Artist Podcast. Looking forward to seeing you next time. And in the meantime,
Grab a seat, sit on down, find a bucket, and spin on round.
okay, I don't know what that means, but in the spirit of improv and creativity, we're just going to leave it at that. Hope you're doing well. Be good to yourselves. Be good to everybody else out there. And we'll see you next time.
Well, son, I don't know what you think I am, but I ain't no performer monkey. I only do one show a day. Woo-hoo! Buy a ticket, see you around. Come on back, and I'll be down. Woo! Hot digging a dog. Yeah, boy, that's it.
This has been the Living Artist Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I just want you to know that I appreciate you being here, and I'm grateful to be in your ears. Your art and creative life on this planet is meaningful, so thank you for sharing it with me. If you like this podcast, whatever platform you're listening to it on, please subscribe and share it with your friends. You can also leave me a positive review to show your support. This helps me to reach more people with the algorithmic magic and keep the show going strong. If you want to see more of what I do and check out the art that I create, you can visit my website at www.pmsartwork.com or follow me on social media everywhere at PMS Artwork. That's it for now. See you back here next time.